Yo, what's good everyone, it's Batarun. Today we're gonna watch Scariest TikToker I followed, scary story animated from the YouTube channel IMR Scary Tales. Let's get straight into this.
I used to frequently use TikTok watching trick shots, gaming posts, and other comedy clips. There was one guy who I followed though, but the clips he posted were very unusual. They weren't very nice, to be honest. He used to wear this featureless mask and do things like spy on people in their house and frighten them. He even went as far as to attack someone. I gotta say I'm not sure if it was real or not because the clips would end before you could see it, but it felt genuine to me. I'm not proud that I watched this guy harass.
Who does that? Who does that?
And assault people, but I did. One day I noticed I had gotten a new follower on TikTok. It was the same guy that I just mentioned. At first I was a bit worried, but shrugged it off. I was in an underground parking lot after I was done grocery shopping. It was late in the evening, so the parking lot was practically empty. Well, it looked empty, but I could feel that there was someone there with me. I suddenly became very paranoid. That night I was scrolling through my TikTok and saw a clip that made my heart sink. It was me in the parking lot looking anxiously around my surroundings. It was by the same guy that had followed me on TikTok from earlier. The next 2 days were the same.
Stalker alert.
I was very paranoid, thinking I was being watched and followed. And my suspicions were confirmed because each night that guy had posted, it was clips of me. I felt sick and decided to call the police. Unfortunately, they said there wasn't much they could do, as no crime had been committed. A week went by, and the post stopped.
Why? Why can't they do anything about it? I mean, surely there's evidence from the video.
I started to relax, thinking maybe he had just moved on, and it was all part of his prank thing or whatever. That was until I was attacked outside my house. I was hit over the head with something. I fell to the ground nearly knocked out, but I was still conscious enough for a moment to see. What I saw will haunt me forever. It was a man standing over me with a featureless mask holding a phone up.
But I don't see why he would hit him though. Like, what made him angry? What did he do that pissed him off?
I passed out. But the next thing I remember was waking up in the hospital. I was found by someone who lived nearby. I told the police of what happened, but his account had been deleted. Whether or not his clips were staged or fake, his assault on me certainly was real.
This guy's gonna be paranoid for the rest of his life now.
The weird thing I don't understand is why he deleted his account after attacking me. Unlike the other people, I deleted my TikTok. And this incident and the experience has scarred me for life.
Well, that's not enough. You shouldn't just delete your TikTok application. You have to delete your whole account as well, if you really don't want to see the effects.
I just want to tell you, be aware of your surroundings because you never know who could be watching you. And honestly, I would stay off of TikTok and any other social media.
I've got to be careful with TikTok now. I've only just recently started making videos on TikTok because of this whole quarantine thing. That's the only thing I can do at the moment. Make YouTube videos, TikTok videos, go for a jog, do some exercise, watch a movie, watch some YouTube videos, play on the PS4, read a book, apply for jobs. Those are the things I can do at the moment. Very interesting story and really got me thinking what kind of people exist on TikTok. And I think TikTok as a company should just make their guidelines a little bit more strict and their restrictions a little more effective for people like this, because if this keeps on happening then there's going to be hate on TikTok and they might even shut down like Vine did. You never know. I think TikTok should look at these and just try and see how they can actually change this by adding any new features or anything like that. It's definitely an eye-opening video. Didn't realize people can actually do this. I don't think he used TikTok to track him. I don't know, maybe he did. Maybe he used his location or something, but I don't see how that works because you would need the location on the phone, not using the app, really. I'm still a bit baffled how he managed to track his exact location and just follow him all the way through. And the other guys he targeted as well. This guy needs to be stopped. Like, the police really need to find out who this guy is, because it's not only him that's been affected, it's a lot of other people as well. So I don't get why the police didn't actually do anything about this. Because it is a cybercrime in a way, isn't it? Not even cybercrime, it's physical harm as well. Surely they're gonna sort this out. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Scary food delivery story. Let's watch.
I deliver food for an Asian eatery in my town. It's the best gig I could get at my age simply for the tips alone.
Okay, he's got a strong Indian accent. Just saying.
My friend and I work there
Just stating the obvious, really.
together. We are actually the only two who are Asians. My friend usually works the counter and takes phone calls. I usually do deliveries, and that's the way I like it. My friend got off the phone during one night shift we had together and told me I'd be doing a delivery after the food was prepared. I was handed a brown paper bag and I was off on my way to the address. That address led me to some small dirty driveway off the main road onto an enclosed property, and the house seemed to be closed off. Given that there wasn't a single light on there and how high the grass was, I called my friend back at the restaurant and he gave the phone to his boss. Unfortunately, our boss is a stench in a chic Asian accent to knock on the door and don't waste the food. I got out from my car and felt grass rubbing against my shins.
Obviously he wouldn't know. It's easy for him to say back there.
That's how tall it was. I went up the 3 stairs to the front door and knocked really loud, since there didn't seem to be a doorknob. As I expected, after 30 seconds of waiting, there was no answer. So I got back in my car, and the first thing I did was start texting my friend back at the restaurant. But when I looked up back to the house, this time one of the upstairs lights inside of the house was turned on. So I went back to the
Maybe the person was having a shower and she just finished, or he just finished.
door and knocked once again. Only on the first knock, the door pushed open slightly. Someone had opened the door, but there was nobody standing next to the door. I pushed the door open a little more and called out, "Hello." My voice echoed through the empty house. I was waiting to hear footsteps come to the door, but they never did. Obviously, someone had to have opened the door, so if they weren't going to come to the door, I had to assume they wanted me to come in.
It seems like a trap, to be fair.
I stepped into the house as my shoes made the wood floor creak. I called out one more time, and this time someone replied back. I heard the words "Aquí arriba" now. I'm not fluent in Spanish by any means, but I knew that "aquí" meant here, and I knew "arriba" meant above. So I put 2 and 2 together and figured they said up here. There was a stairway in the middle of the hallway, so I walked over it. I stopped at the bottom step. I looked up the stairs, and all I saw at the top was an arm reached out over the ledge, doing a little stiff come here motion. I used what little Spanish skills I'd gained from
Why?
school.
Why does he have to go through these stairs in order just to give him or her the package?
And said something like, "Tengo tu comida," as I walked up the stairs. As I got about halfway up the stairs,
I don't know what that means.
the arm wasn't there anymore. I got to the top for whoever was just standing by the ledge over the stairs, and I noticed through the tiniest amount of light that the person was now inside a bedroom with the lights turned off. But I didn't see the actual person once again. All I saw was the person's arm doing the same come here motion. It's as if anything about the person's elbow was faded to black in that room.
If I was that guy, yeah, I would just leave the delivery on the floor and just walk out. But the thing is, I'm not sure if he needs to get paid or not. So maybe he's waiting for the money.
It was such an eerie sight.
Unless the guy actually paid online. So.
I knew for certain that I wasn't going in that room though. So I said firmly with confidence, "Buddy, I'm not going in there. You come out here with money or I'll leave." Suddenly the arm pulled away into the darkness of
Also, he does have to get paid. Alright, that makes sense now.
the room ahead of me. And after a few seconds of standing there in silence, I was hit by a flying object. It happened so fast that it took me a few moments to realize just being hit with a stiff, severed arm. It wasn't some plastic Halloween toy. It was a real arm. I ran down, the food still in my hand, and got back to my car. I drove straight to the nearest neighboring house. And
Mate, at that point, the money doesn't matter. Your life matters, okay? Just get the out of there. That's what I would say.
rang that person's doorbell. When they answered, I told them about what their neighbor had just done to me. And the woman had the most puzzled look on her face. She said nobody's lived in that house for a year. I felt my stomach dropping. Those words hit me.
Ghost.
She said she would call the police after we talked about it for a good 5 minutes. Then I went on my way back to the restaurant with the food. I explained the best I could to my boss, and he let it go. I sometimes wonder how things would have played out if I went into that room, and who or what I would have found.
That's mad. Definitely a ghost, because if he only saw the hand and not the whole body, then surely it must have been a ghost. And if no one's living there and the house is empty, then it must be like the old family who lived there must have died in a bad way, and then, you know, like haunted house cliche, that kind of thing. He did a good thing by actually speaking up and saying, give me the money first, I'm not going anywhere further. Like, yeah, it's good. As soon as the hand came, I would have ran out, did the same thing. Another improvement could have been he could have said what he said before he went up the stairs or something. But maybe he was thinking like, oh, he or she probably needs to get the money from somewhere upstairs, or he could have just stayed down and just told them, oh, I'll just wait downstairs or something. It's just tough luck, but luck was on his side though. I mean, he nothing happened to him, so that's good. I know he didn't get the money or anything, but nothing happened to him. So please recommend me any more animated horror stories you want me to watch. Like, you know, before my African video got viral and I just blew up because of that one African video, there were quite a few subscribers before that who were subscribed to me purely because of my animated horror story reactions. And I'm talking to all of you guys right now. So all of you guys who like my animated horror story reactions, who used to recommend me content, I don't see those comments anymore. So please let me know in the comments below. There's also like Llama Arts, there's Stephen D, there's Onesie Entertainment, there's all these different animated horror channels that I can watch, so please recommend me them. Any videos that really like particularly stood out to you and really like actually made you think. It's one of those videos that you didn't forget, it really disturbed you, like one of those type of videos. That would really intrigue me in watching it, so please let me know in the comments below, and I'm looking forward to hearing back from you. I hope you guys are listening to what I'm saying, innit? Not just watching my reaction, you're actually listening to what I'm saying at the end of the reaction. Although I do talk during my reaction anyways by pausing the video and just interrupting the video just to say my comments in it. That's what reactions are all about. Someone wants me to watch John Carey's video, so I'll do that tomorrow if I can. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Life like, this is what your life like. Try to live your life right.